Daniel here for Tabletop for One, and my first impressions after 4 plays of Orichalcum. And I thank you for joining me tonight. Now, Orichalcum is designed by Bruno, Cathala and Johannes Goupy, and it's published by Pandasaurus Games. And Pandasaurus Games gave me this review copy to provide a tutorial solo playthrough. Now, here's the thing about Orichalcum is Orichalcum doesn't come with solo rules in the box. And so a lot of people don't know that this is actually a solo game. They provided an official print and play solo version of the game where you can print out a map for the AI, just like so. And that's all you need, as well as a 1 page of rules, but then you're able to play. Now in Orichalcum, the Atlanteans city has been destroyed and you're trying to help them find new land. And so you bring them to this new island, filling it out, fighting monsters, harnessing the power of titans, and trying to gain 5 points before the AI. And so first let's talk about the production quality. Now I just want to highlight the art of this game is fantastic. I love the art of this game. I love the color scheme. I love the fact that each of the tiles and their different terrains is very distinguishable from each other. I love the iconography. Everything is really well produced in that way. Now as far as the components go, the cardboard thickness is great. It's really good. And you have wooden tokens and you have acrylic gems for the Orichalcum. And so yeah, the components are really, well, I don't want to say amazing, they're good. They're really good quality. It's a very decently produced game. All right, so let's talk about the gameplay. Now in the gameplay of Orichalcum, you're going to be drafting an action and a tile. And so you draft an action card from the market row. And if you draw one that's further down the list, it'll cost you some resources. But you take that, you'll place the tile out on your tableau, and then you'll do the action of the card, which can involve building, it can involve combat, it can involve resource development, and that sort of thing. Now you're doing these actions with the goal of gaining the most points, and you gain the most points by spending Orichalcum on Orichalcum tokens, or by building a temple out on your board, and you have to build a temple by placing it out on 4 spots that are of different land terrain types. And so you have these different types on the board. You have some also that are lava, which are wild types, but the lava ones come with monsters that you have to defeat in combat. When you defeat a monster, you'll get to roll some dice, and you can spend hoplites to increase how many dice you can roll, and you'll defeat the monster, and you'll get a bonus of some sort. You also have titans that you can earn by developing a certain terrain to a certain point, 3 or more. Once you've increased a terrain to 3 or more, or added on to that, you'll gain that titan and you'll add it to your area, and you can use that titan by flipping it over with this one-time powerful use. Now the AI also is going to be drafting tiles to its special board. It has a special board in a way it drafts tiles. And it's also going to be trying to go for those goals of buying the Orichalcum or building out temples. It actually starts with 1 titan in its possession. I forgot to mention, titans are also worth points. So with a titan in its possession, it already has a 1-point lead, and it's tough to catch up. Especially if the AI gets first player. And if the AI is first player, then it gets first crack at what's available in the market. And so you may not get cards that you want right away. And it's a challenging mode. Now let's talk about the use of solo play. The rules of this game are really straightforward. There's not a lot of rules to this game. There's only several actions you're going to play. And so it's really just understanding how to maximize your actions, making sure that you have the right resources and spending them the right way. There are a lot of different buildings that you can build that have different bonuses. So you have to learn a lot of those different icons and what those mean and how they help you. And so there is a bit of a learning curve on those icons, but it's not too bad, and the rulebook explains those. And with the AI, it's very simple to run, especially the fact that on the board itself, it tells you exactly what the AI is going to do and how it's going to use its resources and its priorities and everything. So it leaves little to question what the AI is doing or what it's going to do. And the only random thing about the AI is what card it's going to take from the market. And so you roll a die at the beginning of the AI's turn, taking that card and then doing its action based off the priorities shown on the board. And so let's talk about replayability. Now, I only had the 1 map, but here's the thing. Pandasaurus seems like it wants to make sure that people know this is a solo game. They released a 2nd map. And I'm not sure if they're developing more or if they've released more, but I know of at least 2 maps so far for the AI. And so it provides a whole different experience on priorities and how the AI works. And from what I hear, it's more challenging than this one. And so that's the thing. This game is hard to beat. Fighting against this AI is very difficult to beat. I got pretty close. I want to say I got pretty close in my tutorial playthrough, but you know, the AI was just rushing those points so fast. But you do feel like you have the opportunity to block the AI by drafting a card that you think will be beneficial to them. Especially when you know that if they draft that card, it's going to complete a section on their board, or they're going to be able to build a temple with it or something like that. So if you draft that card with that tile, you're blocking the AI. And I love the fact that you can do that. Blocking an AI is one of the most important things to me when I play against an AI that scores. And so having that opportunity is really important. And I really feel like in each gameplay, how it ends up with its priorities, even though you know what its priorities are, but how the gameplay plays out, especially with the roll of dice, each time it's different. And so it's very challenging. It's very fun to play, but like I said, difficult to beat. I actually haven't beat it yet, but I do feel it's possible. I don't feel like I'm, being steamrolled here. I do feel like I have the chance to beat it if I'm better at maximizing my actions and choosing buildings better and that sort of thing. And so with that, I am going to recommend this game. I think this is a great game. I think this is a great solo experience. I also think that this would be a great multiplayer game experience. I have not been able to play multiplayer at my board game group yet, but I plan on bringing it to that. But again, I'm talking about the solo gameplay here, and I think it's a great solo game. I enjoyed the action selection. I enjoyed the push and pull between the AI. I love the fact that you can steal the Titan from the AI and prevent it from getting the points. I love how the boards are laid out. I do not like the fact that it's not included in the game, because this is a huge board that you have to have, and so you have to print it out on a big piece of paper, which means you're going to probably have to go to the local print shop to print it. So do keep that in mind. It has to go on a 11 by 17 paper. Even then, that's a little on the small side. But yeah, it's a big print. I do wish they had included it in the game, but I'm happy that they developed it after the fact and provided it. And the fact that they keep adding maps, that's pretty neat. And so I do plan on printing out the second map and continuing to play this game. And so there you have it. That was my first impressions after 4 plays of Orichalcum by Bruno, Cathala, and Johannes Goupy, and published by Pandasaurus Games. Again, know that I received this as a review copy, so take that into consideration when it comes with my recommendation. But let me know in the comments below if you played this game or what you think of it. Please also like and subscribe to this channel if you like the content you see here, and I thank you very much for joining me on Tabletop for One. Have a great night.